I'm starting to think there's a bounty on Caitlin Clark because I've never seen a rookie treated like this. Sky, we're playing the Fever today. Sky score, and Caitlin Clark's waiting to get the ball. Watch this. Watch this. What is going? And there's Angel Reese celebrating. We'll get to that in a second. This is what is this? What is this body check? And also, where are her teammates running up to her? The ball wasn't even in play. Where are Caitlin Clark? Oh, she's just going to walk away like this? And then before you get mad at me for Angel Reese, watch this. She was seated down. Caitlin Clark gets hit, and Angel Reese starts celebrating. Why?
Watch Caitlin Clark get hip checked by this Chicago Chicago Sky player, and tell me if you truly believe this is a basketball play or they're targeting her. You guys want to tell me with a straight face there's no agenda against Caitlin Clark. With a straight face.
Kenny, on the play before bumping in with Caitlin, it seemed like she turned to you a little bit after the Fever
I
score.
didn't answer no Caitlin Clark questions.
Did she say anything to you?
I don't know what she said.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't say anything.
That's enough.
Kennedy Carter hurts the WNBA. It's delusional. It's delusional. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's damn near stupid. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, it's like these women cannot be serious at this particular point in life. Clear racism. They clearly don't like white women. Clear as day. Clear as day. I'm getting tired of people not calling it what it is. These heifers don't like white women. Simple as that. It's no science. It's no rocket science to this.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Unfortunately, we have to follow up on this story that I did yesterday about Caitlin Clark, okay, who is the superstar of the WNBA. She is quite literally the MVP of the NBA in the true sense of the definition of the phrase MVP, most valuable player. Like, there is no other player in the WNBA that is more valuable than Caitlin Clark because she's bringing the league money, okay? And, you know, it seems like, unfortunately, a lot of these women and also these fans, these people that claim they're fans, they are trying to do everything they can to ruin the WNBA and the opportunity that these women claim that they want it. But they don't really want it now because they're getting it in a way that they don't like. They're getting it because of a straight white woman coming into the league and balling like Steph Curry on them, right? They don't like that, okay? They don't like that. They'd rather a black lesbian woman be the face of the league and to bring the league to superstardom rather than Caitlin Clark because of her identity, right? Now, this is not something I'm making up, okay? This is not speculation. This is something that has been stated by women in the mainstream liberal media and also by WNBA players themselves, okay? They are jealous of her, okay? They do not like the attention that she's getting. And because of that, they basically want to destroy everything that they asked for now that they're getting it by trying to hurt Caitlin Clark, okay? Trying to bully her out of the league. And what is more surprising than Kennedy Clark being dumb enough to try to hurt the lead superstar on purpose are some of the reactions on social media essentially defending this, okay, and trying to go after the people that are saying, hey, this is not a very smart thing to do, okay? You shouldn't be trying to bully Caitlin Clark out of the league. That's not smart for various reasons. And also other people coming out and basically saying, well, it's a basketball play, right? Caitlin Clark needs to toughen up. It's just basketball. Again, the responses to this situation are an IQ test, right? It really does tell you how smart somebody is. And it also tells you whether or not they actually care about these women, okay? Because if you're smart and you actually care about these women, you cannot excuse the cheap shot that happened against Caitlin Clark. It just wasn't a smart thing to do, okay? And it was not a basketball play. But again, that doesn't stop some people, right, from coming out here and to trying to pretend like, oh, yeah, this is just basketball. It is what it is. Not a big deal. Stop coming to Caitlin Clark's defense.
When it comes to this game, these incidents specifically, what'd you think?
Wow. Well, I think there are multiple things to consider here, right? First of all, what we don't see on the replay and what we haven't seen on any replays is that before Kennedy Carter kind of shoved Caitlin Clark, there was definitely dialogue between the two of them on a previous play. What was said, I don't know. Kennedy didn't want to talk about what was said, but it's not something that we haven't seen previously. One thing about Caitlin that I'm starting to learn is Caitlin likes to talk in these games, right? She likes to talk. She's a competitor. That's what competitors do. Competitors talk trash on the basketball court. The problem is because of the heightened sensitivity that some people have around Caitlin, when players react to the noise that, that she rightfully so brings, it gets this narrative built that people are purposely trying to do things to hurt her, or they're jealous of her, or they're hating on her, things of that nature. And realistically, it is players doing what players do. It is competitors doing what competitors do. The officials did the right thing by making the call on the play. If they called it flagrant, I don't remember them calling it flagrant, but if they did, it is what it is. That's the call that they made. It's not the first time that we've seen this. We just saw in the Chicago game against Connecticut that Alyssa Thomas was put out for a flagrant 2 ejection on Angel Reese. It is basketball, right? And I think that it has to start being perceived that way because it just doesn't feel fair to continue to say that these things are done purposefully when we don't know that.
We don't know if it's being done on purpose, right? I mean, this is what they're saying. Fascinating stuff, okay? It's just basketball, okay? Just one of the many dumb takes here. But don't worry, we have some smart takes. People who actually are smart and are athletes that play basketball, yeah, they know what's up, okay? And we just got to get through the dumb takes first, okay? And address Trinity Clark, who is speaking out about this. She's lashing out because of the backlash that she's getting. But let's address some of these stupid takes here, right? This person says, Caitlin Clark is no victim. She's a flopper. Basketball is a physical sport, and Caitlin is now in the WNBA. She needs to tough it up or get that F out of the league. This Caitlin victim narrative being used by the media and racists is tired, sad, and pitiful. Trinity Clark played Caitlin the same way Caitlin played her, and Angel Reese is supposed to cheer for her teammate. Okay, so I want you guys to understand here. Apparently, cheap shotting somebody is appropriate because of trash talk, right? This is the mental gymnastics that these people are going through. They're saying, well, it was justified, the cheap shot, because Caitlin Clark was talking trash. She's a trash talker, right? The woman in that video I just played basically tried to imply the same thing. Oh, it's totally fine. Caitlin talks trash, so therefore it's okay to cheap shot her, right? This is this is the argument, okay? And apparently as a teammate, you're supposed to cheer when your other teammate tries to cheap shot the MVP of the league.
All right, let's watch this here. You get a foul from Caitlin Clark. She hits the woman in the back of the head. Okay, turns around and talks shit. She's talking shit back down the court. All right, cool. It's all good. Caitlin Clark, up there, number 22, watch top of the screen, gets beat backdoor, pushes, goes out.
I mean, this guy's just making up stuff, right? Making up stuff that Caitlin Clark is doing because she deserved it, right? This is essentially what they're implying here.
Loses her on defense, loses her woman on defense, gets beat, gives up the bucket, and then now the reaction. Now look at the reaction.
Is, will they call it
tough hit,
necessary,
tough
Kennedy
foul,
Carter,
and a flop?
and
Y'all
Clark.
mad at this? She flopped. That's a flop. It's a nice, tough push.
Which was called. The
But
question
that's
is,
what
will
happens
they call
when you
it
talk shit. Especially when you talk
unnecessary?
shit.
Kennedy
Yeah, I mean, to me, it looks like she didn't really see it, okay? I'm not sure how you flop when you didn't really see it. But, again, they're accusing Caitlin Clark of flopping, right? She's flopping. And they're also making the argument that, well, again, it was just basketball, right? This happens all the time in the WNBA. You guys are just making Caitlin Clark the victim, right? She's playing victim, and it's like, well, you got to understand. There's a difference between playing victim when you're not a victim and actually being a victim. I think that it is appropriate to say, hey, somebody is a victim when they're actually a victim, okay? But, again, there's a difference there. A lot of these people really don't understand it. But, again, one of the stupider things that I'm seeing people do is that they're basically saying, well, you guys didn't have a problem when Angel Reese got fouled hard. And they want to reference this play right here. Okay, so as you can see here in this play, Angel Reese here, in the act of trying to get a rebound, is going to get dragged down. Okay? She's trying to get a rebound, and she got dragged down, okay? Now, again, what do you call this? This, in my opinion, you could argue is a basketball play, right? That's the difference, okay? This is a basketball play. Now, again, Angel Reese beat this woman on the rebound, and, she just pulled down Angel Reese, obviously unjustified, okay? Should be a foul, a hard foul, whatever the toughest foul is, because, again, it's uncalled for. And I'm not against physical play, but again, this is a basketball play, right? If you can't see the difference between this, right, a hard foul in the act of actually playing basketball versus what happened to Caitlin Clark, I really don't know what to tell you, right? I mean, this is kind of where I'm at. Some of these people are just really not even worth trying to argue with, okay, because they're just blind, right? They just see things differently. They're not living in reality, okay? So, again, the good thing is that you do have athletes, including NBA players like Matt Barnes, okay, and Austin Rivers, who have come out and basically said, hey, Caitlin Clark's teammates need to step up. Also, these WNBA players are jealous. And then you also have Shannon Sharp, who played football, saying, yeah, this wasn't right. Take a look.
So there's a hot topic going on right now. Caitlin Clark says she got cheap shotted against the sky. I mean, throughout the season, she's been getting beat up. Hard screens, elbows, knocked down. It is what it is. She's not the first. She won't be the last. My issue and my question is, where the fuck are her teammates at? Where y'all at? Where the rest of the Indiana Fever at? I've seen a couple girls smirk when she's got knocked down, half-assed to pick her up. Like, y'all supposed to protect the asset, protect the star. And all this is the team. She's the star. You always protect your star. I was someone who protected the stars. You fuck with Kobe, CP, Blake, list goes on. It's going to be a problem because you guys are supposed to be a family. And you wonder why you sit at the bottom of the league right now is because y'all don't protect each other, man. Coach don't do shit about it. Players don't do shit about it. Y'all should be ashamed of it. But the rest of the league is going to continue to test her. And that's what they're supposed to do. It's your guys' fucking job to have her back and have each other's back. Got to do better, ladies.
What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's enjoying their Saturday. I wanted to make this video about Caitlin Clark real quick because I've seen a lot happen with her. A lot of jealousy, hateful comments come her way. And now this woman comes along and brings the world in and is now giving y'all that proper attention and respect. And you guys are getting these brand deals and getting this money. And instead of being appreciative and acknowledging that, you guys are like coming at her with these like hate-ass comments talking about, oh, well, it's not just because of her, blah, 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 blah. Last night our game was sold out and she didn't play. Last night we flew charter and she wasn't on that flight. Let's stop it. It's not a coincidence you guys are just now chartering flights her rookie year. It's not a coincidence that now that she's in the WNBA, everyone's paying attention to the WNBA. I shouldn't say everyone, but a lot more people are. Okay? It's not a coincidence. It's the Caitlin Clark effect. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. All right? And it's not because she's white. It's not because she's straight. Good God, no one cares. And it's not because she's pretty. Another thing I heard from some woman who knows nothing about basketball saying that. It's because she's an unbelievable basketball player and talent. It's because she has a game style that we've never really seen before.
Shinity, is that how you say her name? Shinity Carter put her shoulder into Caitlin Clark. Clark sent the number one overall pick tumbling to the ground. The referees reviewed the incident, but not upgraded to a flagrant or technical. They did, however, deem it away from the play foul because it happened before the ball was in. After the game, Carter refused to answer questions on what happened. Indiana General Manager Lynn Dunn was among those frustrated. Dunn tweeted, the difference between tough defense and unnecessary targeting action, it needs to stop. The league needs to clean this crap up. This is not who the league is. Absolutely. All this notion. Now, there are some people the last couple of weeks, and I ain't going to call your name, but you're going to see this, and I'm talking to you. What are they supposed to do? Let her score? They're trying to win. That's not basketball. Angel Reese getting tangled up, Angel Reese trying to block her out and she hip checks it to the ground. That's basketball. That's bull jive. That's bush league. Now, you woman enough to check the woman and she ain't got the ball, but you ain't woman enough to answer questions? And you wonder why. I don't give a damn what anybody says. They're mad at these young girls that came in. Sorry about that, ladies. They're mad at Caitlin Clark. They're mad at Angel Reese because they're the bird in magic and they're getting the attention. Instead of being like, man, more people are talking. More people, think about it. The game that the Las Vegas Aces played against with Caitlin Clark, the tickets were triple that a regular season game than what they were in the finals. Now you tell me what that is.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Look where they're having to move the games to. They're moving games, putting them on big time situations.
Right.
You're jealous.
Bigger
that
arenas.
was a Bush League play, and it needs to be addressed. That was a flagrant foul. That was unnecessary. Flagrant, anything deemed to be unnecessary. I need somebody to explain to me why was that necessary.
Yeah, so you see, they heard that. Okay, now these men are probably going to be called sellouts and, you know, racial slurs by the pro-black woke revolutionaries, okay, that are defending these women trying to hurt the most valuable player in the WNBA. And people get mad when people start saying that, but it's actually really true. I mean, Caitlin Clark is the most valuable player in the WNBA. It's not even close, okay? But, yeah, it's the truth, right? They're absolutely 100% correct about this, okay? And people aren't saying it because, you know, people want to give Caitlin Clark special treatment. No, I have no issues with physical play as a result of playing basketball, right? If you're actually playing basketball and you want to rough somebody up a little bit, okay, you want to play physical, there's nothing wrong with that. But that was not a basketball play. And the people that are defending that as a basketball play, trying to make excuses for it, you don't care about these women. Right? And you're dumb, okay? On top of that, okay? But you especially really don't care about these women because, like I said, if Caitlin Clark happens to get hurt because of one of these plays, okay, nobody will come out to WNBA anymore. And WNBA is not going to get a lot of viewership, and a lot of these women are going to lose money, right? And, you know, again, you have, you know, players, again, like Trinity Clark, who doesn't seem to understand that, okay? Because afterwards, she's coming out and she's ripping Caitlin Clark, okay, after refusing to answer questions about the foul. Now, again, you guys remember from yesterday's video when she got asked about this, okay, she refused to answer questions about why did you cheap shot the MVP, right? Why did you cheap shot her for, okay? So she's taking to social media now to trash Caitlin Clark. Chicago Sky Guard Trinity Carter ripped Caitlin Clark's skills in a post on Threads on Saturday as she navigated through social media criticism for her now flagrant foul on the Indiana Fever. Carter decided to avoid questions about Clark after the Fever won the game 71-70. She liked and reposted defenses of her on X and didn't really go after Clark until the post on Threads. Quote, and that's on that, because besides three-point shooting, what does she bring to the table, man? Carter wrote in a reply to a post about her post-game press conference. Wow. Amazing. Okay, we're gonna get back to that, right? We're gonna get back to what does she bring to the table besides three-point shooting, okay? And I mean, we're gonna give an obvious answer here from the beginning. Fans, right? Viewership, okay? Money, okay? Yeah, she brings a whole lot to the table, a lot more than this woman brings to the table, but we're going to get back to that. In another Threads post, Carter responded to a clip of Angel Reese celebrating with Carter in a timeout after the hard foul posted by former Winthrop Eagles guard Bojan Broman. Quote, my dog for show, got all my teammates. Carter appeared to write about Reese. Carter's activity on X also spoke volumes. On Sunday, the WNBA upgraded her third quarter foul on Clark to a flagrant 1 violation. The league also fined Reese for skipping post-game media availability. Yeah, so what happened is that Angel Reese, I'm assuming because she didn't want to answer questions about what happened, the loss, Caitlin Clark, she decided to skip the post-game interview, right? Instead of sitting down and talking to the media like the rest of the players do, Angel Reese decided, I'm not going to talk to the media. Okay, I'm just going to go. Okay, and the WNBA fined her. Again, you know, these players are really making me not root for the WNBA because I was rooting for the WNBA, but not so much anymore, okay? But in regards to what Caitlin Clark brings to the table from a statistical standpoint, I mean, look, it ain't really no competition. She averages more points per game than Trinity Clark. More rebounds per game, more assists per game, and more steals per game, and more blocks. I mean, she just is just a better player than Trinity Clark already. And listen, this is who Caitlin Clark is playing with. This is her teammate, by the way. This is why she ain't got more assists. Look at this. This is a wide open layup, bro. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, hey, I probably would have missed that layup too, okay? I'm not a great basketball player. So, hey, I can only laugh so much, but these are supposed to be professionals, okay? So, again, her her stats are being suppressed by the fact that she doesn't have good teammates around her, okay? But when you look at Kennedy Clark, again, what does she bring to the league? Okay, what does she bring to the league? This woman in 2021 got terminated from Atlanta after threatening to beat up her own teammates, right? Conduct detrimental to the team. Got terminated, got fired for threatening to beat up her own teammate. LA Sparks picked her up and waived her mid-season for poor conduct. She played abroad and then she had to come back. So, again, it sounds to me like the WNBA needs to upgrade their refs to prison guards, okay? Because it sounds like you definitely need that with some of these women on the court. But, again, with that being said, listen, it really is a damn shame that you're seeing some of these silly takes from people that are gassing up these WNBA players to go out to Caitlin Clark and trying to pretend like that was a basketball play. Like, that's all fair game. And it's like, no, that's just not the case. And listen, here's the thing. When anybody gets a cheap shot, it's not a good thing. But because all eyes on Caitlin Clark, yes, this is going to get extra attention and people are going to come to her defense because people are going to games. They're filling up arenas to watch her. They're buying the league pass to watch her. And if the league's MVP gets hurt as a result of a cheap shot, it's over for the WNBA, right? It's over for the WNBA. I mean, these people are already making me root against the WNBA. When I was rooting for the WNBA, right? I was like, oh yeah, I'm happy they get attention. Okay, I want to see women's sports be successful. But if this is the way they're going to do it, they're going to be salty about how they're getting their success, then I don't want to root for these people, okay? I don't want to root for these people because they're sabotaging their own league. And they're letting these idiots on the internet gas them up and to sabotaging the league because the idiots on the internet don't get paid. They're not the ones that are going to suffer when the league loses revenue because families, individuals aren't going to watch it anymore. They're not going to let their daughters watch it anymore because of the things that are going on the court. Again, it's totally fine to be tough, to be physical in the act of playing basketball, right? But when you start assaulting people on the court, taking cheap shots that have nothing to do with basketball, then you're going too far. And don't get me wrong, I get it. It happens, right? But it should be punished thoroughly. And the WNBA, if they understand what's best for the league financially, needs to nip this in the bud, right? They need to go ahead and deal with it early before it gets out of control, okay? Because the backlash is only going to grow if Caitlin Clark continues to get cheap shotted the way that she got cheap shotted in that game. If this continues, it's not going to be good for the WNBA and their brand that they worked so hard to build, and I really don't want to see it go away. But again, these players, I got a feeling, because of their jealousy and their hate, because they can't control their emotions, they're going to allow these fans that claim they care about women but actually really don't care about women, gas them up into losing everything that they asked for. But hey, what do I know, right? I'm just some dude on the internet. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.